Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bitch Bible Podcast. It's your host, Jackie Schimmel. We're back for another week of fun under the sun. Leo season is upon us. If you're watching the video, I apologize. Looking slightly busted, but glowing per usual. Here is one of my many toxic traits. Humble brag, I just did Pilates class, a little Pilates. I will work out one time in 3 weeks and then I'll come home like I'm fucking what's her fucking name? Like I'm Kate Moss, okay? Crawling from a rehabilitation center. Did she go to rehab? That's insensitive, Jackie. We don't make jokes like that. I will look at myself in the mirror, like clearly puffy and bloated and fluctuating and be like, I'm fucking ripped. Like one time I'm like, I see the difference. I'll do something at the very bare minimum effort level. I will give something 2% once. And then I think that I've like beat the system. You know what I mean? I'm like, holy shit, these triceps are booming, and they're not. And it's just about, being delulu, having self-love, and keeping it fucking moving. So I'm on my fitness journey. It's sparse and inconsistent, but I'm really trying. And I will say, and I can't believe I'm saying this because there is a bit of a trickle of vomit that's rising that I'm going to swallow down because it's so disgusting and revolting, which, by the way, buckle up, Buttercup. The theme of this week's episode is no holds barred, just tacky level 10 disgusting shit. Stuff that I will cringe at, that I will regret sharing, but sometimes we just need a purge, a pretentious purge, if you will. It's tone deaf, it's tacky, it's gross, but let me just have this. Let me just have a week. You know what I mean? As I swallow the vom down, I feel good after I work out. I get a little sheen in the cheekbone. I feel like if I schwitz even for 30 seconds, I feel like a little bit of a more svelte jawline, a little sodium retention expression, if you will. And I've got to get around to it more, but I've been able to kind of just blame the child for the past 10 months, but I'm kind of nearing the end of that. So I'm going to try. I'm not going to try hard, but I am going to try to just move my body a little bit because I do feel so much clearer afterwards. Don't worry. I'm not going to start like some health and wellness fitness journey, but like just for the brain, just for the brain fog and just to like get some type of increased cardiovascular heart rate, because any day we wake up blinking is a day to fucking celebrate. We're alive. Carpe diem. Leo season is upon us. Let's talk about rodent men, because I'm hearing a lot of rebranding of the summer. I have always been the Leo season queen. That's when I really pop off, but it doesn't really have a cute name. We've got Brat Girl Summer, thanks to Charlie XCX. I gotta tell you something. As a homosexual man living in a fluctuating female body with perfect hair color, dare I say, she's fresh. The roots are topped up, and I'm feeling alive and I'm feeling sprightly. As a homosexual man, something about Charlie XCX, and I know, like, she's really doing it for me right now. I like her stage presence. I feel like it's really in line with my personal life philosophy of just like doing a lot but nothing at the same time. It's bare minimum or minimal effort, maximum results. And I don't really get what Brat Girl Summer is, but I want to participate in it. And I think just subconsciously, I've been participating in Brat Girl Summer like my entire life because I'm such a cunt once that summer heat hits. I feel like there's two versions of Brat Girl Summer, and I think that the luxury Brat Girl Summer is like smoking cigarettes on a yacht and like popping pills on the Amalfi Coast. But then like the budget Brat Girl Summer is Marlboro, Virginia Slims, perhaps, like an igloo cooler with Capri Suns, been there, done that, and cheap ass vodka in a red cup, and like a cutoff tank top and boxer shorts and bad roots. So I'd like to dabble in between both. But there's also Rodent Boy Summer, okay, which is the new trend. It's basically glamorizing and glorifying like little tiny dudes with little tiny hands and rat-like features, and then emboldening them into sex symbols, which is just kind of the problem with society and the patriarchy, is that we take ugly, like on paper unattractive, I don't want to say ugly because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but, and a lot of the people that they're using as examples, I don't co-sign with. Like, I think the guy from The Bear, Jeremy Allen White, he's not ugly, he's hot. And all the other guys that they've kind of been putting in this Rodent Boy Summer category, I don't think applies. Let's think of a true rat, a real rat boy. Hold please, I'm gonna Google. Okay, did a quick Goog search. I Googled celebrities that look like rats, and I love calling people rats. It's kind of my favorite thing. I've always used it before it became like Rodent Boy Summer or whatever. I've always used the term rats to define people that are advantageous, transactional, and like stick their talons in places they don't belong. So whether if you are like a social climber or somebody that's just like a star fucker, I really don't like people that act different towards celebrities than they do in their real life, or like kind of glob on there. By the way, there's nothing worse. There is nothing worse. And I can say this from this vantage point than someone in my position. I say this all the time in every circle that I dance in, okay? There is nothing more detestful just for your personal self-worth than someone who is kind of like a peripheral person like me. Like, I talk shit into a microphone about people that are usually more successful, more talented, and better looking than me, and I come by it honestly. But there is a special place in tragic, tacky hell for people who linger on the sidelines of like D-list, like D, C, B-list, A-list, doesn't matter, celebrities, and then glob on and use them as a mechanism for self-promotion. Like, how disgusting. Or uses private information to get a leg up, or for content, or for whatever it is. I find that to be Rat Town, USA. It's not a cool look. It has no longevity. It makes you like a bottom feeder, a little succubus shellfish that Bethany Frankel's gonna suck your head out of a fucking clear Ziploc bag in a Marriott in Chicago. And if you don't get that reference, you're not doing enough, okay? You're not doing your goddamn homework. Here are some examples of rodent men, okay? Stuart Little, dare we say. We've got Jeremy Allen White. I do not co-sign on that. I think Jeremy Allen White is an interesting hot guy, but not giving rodent for me. Timothy Chalamet, somebody get a hunk of Swiss cheese and put a little Munster on top, because that's a rodent. I mean this lovingly, and I used to have a crush on Timothy Chalamet. I have since changed my opinion. He's a little small. I don't want to have an entanglement with anyone who has smaller wrists than me. You know, I don't want to share bangles with my side bitch. You know what I mean? He's just like a tiny little guy. And then I saw some pictures of him like reading a book in Paris, like sipping on a coffee, and it just really gave me the ick. And he was in like a man pre and a loafer and a coat. And I just thought, no, I would swaddle him. He's like the same size as my son. I would Velcro swaddle him. There was a point in time where I was like really, really into him, and I don't know what I was going through at that point in time, but he's just a little too limp in the wrist for me. Barry Keoghan, I'm definitely butchering that. He's the Saltburn bro who's dating Sabrina Carpenter. It's not, are squirrels rodents? It's more of a ferret, I would say, or a possum. If those are all rodents, I did not graduate high school, but then I would put him in the rodent boy category. Who else? We've got Josh O'Connor. Couldn't tell you who the fuck that was with a gun to my head. I couldn't fucking tell you. He looks like the poster boy for like a bat mitzvah pamphlet or bar mitzvah pamphlet, excuse me. And then we've got who's this guy? Mike Feist. He's not giving rodent to me at all. So, Glenn Powell. Wait, I could do 45 minutes on Glenn Powell. I don't know where this fucking Lifetime movie actor crawled out of the ground from, but now he's fucking everywhere because he did that one press tour with Sydney Sweeney. And I feel like I've already covered this, but it's, in the spirit of Rodent Boy Summer, it is Groundhog's Day. Are groundhogs rodents? We don't care. Glenn Powell, he is severely unattractive to me. And I feel like I can comment on his looks because I'm doing it for feminism. And also, I would say 99.9% of people find him deeply attractive. So this is just like a sliver of humble pie, and it will ultimately help him in life and humble him. So Glenn Powell, if you're listening, you're very welcome. He has a white person face. He looks like he attended a plantation fraternity party. He looks like he owns a lot of ironic board shorts that just hit the knee, that aren't even like in a European cut, just above the knee. They're like borderline schpants. They have netting. They have like a coordinating like neon drawstring, and he has a pair of white Oakley sunglasses in his, Ford Flex. And I do not want to have sex with Glenn Powell. If the future of civilization relied on me fornicating with Glenn Powell, it would be the apocalypse, because I find him to be, I don't care about abs. I don't care about bone structure. I don't like his hair color. I don't like the way that he navigates a red carpet. He feels a little too excited by the whole thing. I couldn't name any movie he's been in. I feel like, I don't know if this is true, but he had to have been like a groomsman in 27 Dresses. I would put my life on it almost. There's another actor, and I use the term actor loosely, that I've confused Glenn Powell with. And it's always in like, it's like in a Netflix. It's not the guy from The Sweetest Thing, but it's a version of him. The guy that plays Cameron Diaz's love interest in The Sweetest Thing. He's in the same category as Glenn Powell for me. And I just can't do it. And it's for feminism. It's for women. Okay, I won't march, but I will eviscerate Glenn Powell, because I feel like that's, you just do what you can. And if you see something, you say something. Honey, are you looking for ultimate comfort and pain relief? Let's compare G-Defy shoes to other shoe brands that promise comfort, support, and pain relief. Typical shoe brands rely on EVA soles for cushioning, but G-Defy offers so much more. G-Defy goes above and beyond with Verso Shock technology, providing superior shock absorption and energy return. If you suffer from foot, knee, or back pain, G-Defy advanced technology will provide you with the relief you deserve. Okay, real talk. I'm always shoving my little piggies in the most uncomfortable designer flats, and it started to take its toll, honey. G-Defy shoes are so comfortable, and everyone knows I love a chunky sneaker. G-Defy shoes also offer 2 free supportive orthotics to improve your body's biomechanics, resulting in proper body alignment and ultimate comfort. Whether you're an athlete, a busy parent, or just always on the go, G-Defy shoes offer the versatility and comfort your feet crave. Say goodbye to discomfort. G-Defy is more than EVA soles. It's your path to unparalleled comfort and pain relief. Visit gdefy.com today. Experience ultimate comfort and pain relief at gdefy.com. GDEFY.com, and use code BIBLE for $30 off orders of $130 or more at gdefy.com. Honeylove is truly my favorite bra brand. I am wearing one right now. Let me tell you why. They work for any size of breasticles, okay? They work for me now that my tits dangle past my knees, and honestly, they also would have been great when I was a 50-pound teenager with a concave chest. Honey Love has truly revolutionized the bra game by getting rid of constricting underwire without sacrificing lift. Honey Love's bras feature supportive bonding that eliminates the need for uncomfortable wires. Honey Love offers a wider range of sizes and caters to the diverse needs of all women. So those of us with the small boobs, lucky, finally have a bra that doesn't keep riding up or needing to be pulled down, and those with bigger boobs like me can finally have a bra that's supportive, comfortable, and keeps the gals in place. It is time to spring clean your bra drawer. For a limited time only, you can get Honey Love on sale. You're going to get 20% off your entire order with our exclusive link, honeylove.com/Bible. Support our show and check them out at honeylove.com/Bible. I love their V bra. It is designed to lift and separate with molded cups. It's not like a shelf-like bra, so you're not going to get a uniboob. Also, Honey Love is not just supporting women, it's empowering women. Treat yourself to the best bras on the market and save 20% off at honeylove.com/Bible. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off. That is honeylove.com/Bible to find your perfect fit. After you purchase, they ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Honeys, you deserve this. Free the pain and discomfort. Keep the support with Honey Love. Just because this is an informational podcast and I do want to enrich young minds, being that I didn't graduate high school, and we're going to get to that in a second because I did Amazon Prime a cap and gown just for the bomb that I'm about to drop on Father's Day to my dad, which once again, if I puss out and don't tell him and we're related or a family friend or you know my dad, this is not a bit. This is like whatever the opposite of shtick is. That's what's happening right now. I just have Tourette's. Jackie, Tourette's is real. I know I have it. Let me co-sign on it. Let me identify as someone with Tourette's who hasn't been professionally diagnosed, because many would say that I dabble in the field. Please do not tell my dad, for real, because I'm going to try to work it in tomorrow. But if I don't get there and I need to buy another week, like, don't fucking blow it. I did Amazon Prime, the cap and gown, and I do have vitamin C queued up in my Sonos like chill house playlist. So about 4:30, Clyde will be peaking. I'm going to come out in the cap and gown and drop the bomb on my father and hopefully present him my GED certificate. And in the spirit of learning, let's go over what rodents are. Just for my sake, we're just thinking out loud here. We've got rats, we've got squirrels, we've got brown rats, house mouse, black rats, old world porcupines, okay? Cavies, I don't know what those are. Who knew a porcupine was a rat? Who knew? A rodent. Gerbils, okay, chinchillas. Interesting. Deer mice, beavers, prairie dogs. These all sound like sexual maneuvers. Hamsters. Okay, well, that's obvious. Gophers, guinea pigs, cotton rats. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a rat. Oh my God. Another treasured memory that I suppressed deep in my soul. My first roommate when I was pretending to go to community college, she was from Durham. I don't know where the fuck Durham is. She kind of talked like she had an accent, but I thought it was in North Carolina or South Carolina. But lo and behold, there's a little bitty town in Northern California called Durham, and that's where she was fucking from. She had a lisp that would just put a tickle in your pickle, and about 3 weeks in, she decided she needed a little motherfucking pet to go back to her roots because she was used to rodents in the house. And she brought home, I cannot remember if it was a chinchilla or a guinea pig, okay? And she decided that cages were inhumane. So we had a chinchilla and or guinea pig free balling in our dorm room, climbing on every surface, like just rat shit everywhere. She ended up getting kicked out of the housing because, there safety and sanitary violation. But yeah, I did live with a rogue rat for weeks, and I said nothing. Because I was so, at that point in time, I was talking about this with my sister yesterday. My mom was so nice to everybody, okay? But then we would like get in the car or get home, and she could talk shit like with the best of them. She was scathing. She was so funny. She had like just the sharpest tongue, but out and about, just absolutely lovely. You could never find anyone that would say anything bad about her. It was so over the top that I almost found it to be condescending, because she just like would go out of her way. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a trait that I'll never have, because I can't, my brain doesn't work like that. But she would go so out of her way to fraudulently compliment people and, oh my God, I love your purse. And it wasn't in a Regina George way. It was just in a, like, she really had some type of an internal pull to make people feel good about themselves. And you know what too much of that does? Then you end up with a kid like me. So joke's on fucking her, okay? But we would be at like a TJ Maxx or a Home Goods, and there'd be a girl working the cash register with one tooth and a tweaky eye, okay? And a micro bang and like a rat tail. Speaking of rats. And my mom would be like, hi, how are you? And they'd be like, good. Would you like paper or plastic? Do you want your receipt emailed or printed? And my mom would just be razzle dazzling this girl, being like, oh, I love your bracelets. Those are adorable. Don't you love those bracelets, Jacqueline? And I'd be like, not really. And I'm like, yeah. And she'd be like, you're so pretty. You've got a great smile. You should get into modeling. As she like grimaces with like one tooth that's like fully fucking horizontal. And I'm looking at my mom being like, this fucking bitch, like, you're just giving this poor girl, poor Cassidy, all the confidence in the world. She's gonna fucking bust out of this Home Goods, throw her apron in the trash, and like hightail it to IMG Models because you just gassed this bitch up. And it's like not a reality for her. So I am very pre-indoctrined. I have no idea if that's a word or applicable in this sentence, but I'm going to go with it. Big word. I am so predispositioned to be like overkill. I mean, it doesn't sound real when I say it out loud, but I'm very like, just kind of pre-wired to be over the top nice. And I've really had to dissect my relationship with what I think is nice and kind. And later in my life, after my mom died and she was no longer the fucking roadmap, I had to reestablish my boundaries with people, what my own kind of internal compass was with human relationships and navigating myself, like my communication stylings, and not modeling them after my mother's, if that makes sense. So me and my sister were talking about this last night. I am very comfortable being super direct and clear because I ultimately think that is the kindest approach to communication. Okay, I would like to say two things that are true. I'm really, really nice. And if you see me in the wild, always say hi because I'm shockingly adorable and kind and chatty. But when push comes to shove and shit's about to hit the fan, never be afraid to be very clear, very concise. This is me personally just purging because I did have like a bit of a situation with someone in my house recently. And my default setting was like, don't make trouble, be nice, be accommodating. It's easier just to like go with the program. But if you're being disrespected and taken advantage of, there is nothing wrong with being completely direct, completely straightforward, and voicing how you feel. And it's not even about how you feel. It's just like, this is unacceptable. This is not my problem. You fucked up. Fix it. And we're cool. Just like that. No songs, no dances. In a couple weeks when it's aired out a little bit, I'll give you the specific example. But I gotta keep work moving in my house. For lack of subtlety and social graces, sorry I missed last week and that this episode took an abrupt pause. My aunt died last week, so thanks everybody for listening. 5 stars on iTunes. I feel like 10 years deep, this feels very personal to share, but we're kind of past basic pleasantries and cordialities, if that's a word. Last week on Father's Day, my aunt passed away from cancer on the forefront of cancer season, which is just, ironic. I'm not going to make a lot of jokes because I don't have many, although I will say that her timing was impeccable because on the very same day, I did tell my father that I didn't graduate high school. And it didn't work out as intended. We did play Vitamin C graduation song over the Sonos. I Amazon Primed a cap and gown in Charger Blue and borrowed my sister's diploma and sauntered outside by my unrenovated pool while he sipped on tequila on ice and broke the news to him. What I thought was going to be a gay old chuckle, a big LOL, if you will. He was not thrilled. I wouldn't say he was mad. I wouldn't even say he was disappointed. I think he was startled, perplexed, and not thrilled. We'll put it that way. I'm like, isn't it kind of funny though? And he's like, not really. And I'm like, but isn't it like kind of cool in hindsight? And he's like, no, not really. There was definitely he was grimacing a bit and he had like a tight, agitated smile and he was borderline speechless. But then my aunt died. So she kind of, usurped my confession, that bitch. So annoying. Cancer is the fucking worst. And I was ill prepared also because I have a dead mom. My aunts really are maternal figures in my life. So this one has jilted me. This one slaps a little different for me because this is getting like a little personal, but here we are. When somebody desperately wants to live and has like a really optimistic, hopeful, positive attitude amidst deteriorating, it is a level of heartbreak to witness. And similarly, the way that I only cry during happy films or like Oscar speeches or Grammy speeches, like I love seeing people win. And I'm very emotionally moved by like triumph and perseverance and like people who just live optimistically. And when it doesn't work out, it really fucks with my headspace because I consider myself, despite being a, surface level miserable cunt, I identify as a very happy, positive person. Hold for pause. So when you see someone like that deteriorate, it fucks you up a little bit. These details feel exploitive, but basically, she had ovarian cancer. She was at City of Hope. She was undergoing a pretty gruesome trial. She was like the 5th person in the entire world to do this trial. And if it had worked, it could be revolutionary, but obviously, there are a lot of risks attached, and she was already so ill. And I saw her just the day before and she was like, well, we got to do what we got to do. I'm like, how are you? And this is like someone in the ICU on their deathbed. She's like, I'm great. How are you? Show me your bathroom tiles, And just that spirit is, oh God, it really fucks me up. But, I was going to try to give you some positive spin on it, and I can't think of one. I'll leave you with the opening line that I said in a temple at her funeral. I was like, the worst part about this funeral is that I can't call her the next day and talk shit about everybody. Because that's what you do. That's what we do with our loved ones. And luckily, I have this platform so I can talk shit. Speaking of which, part of my healing process is that sometimes, despite my my micro platform, okay, I'm not above anything. And what makes me feel better is some light, well-intentioned cyberbullying. And in the spirit of living authentically and using this micro platform for good, I have decided that as a little gift, as a treat for the girls, and by girls, I mean me, on Sundays at 3:30 p.m., I feel like that's like kind of a low visibility hour. For 46 minutes, I'm going to be a raging, ruthless cunt, okay? I'm going to repost videos that have 2 views and I'm going to eviscerate people, okay? I don't care if it's your wedding day and you've herded all of your fucking basic ass bridesmaids to stand around a circle with you and jam out before you walk down the aisle, and then you set up your tripod and you're like, best day ever with my girls. They fucking hate you. Your bridesmaids hate you, and I'm going to find that clip in the deep, deep, dark interwebs of my sick ass algorithm. I'm going to post it on my Instagram, and I'm going to also have a coordinating ruthless caption like, everybody fucking hates you. I hope you get divorced. Your wedding dress is polyblend and nobody wants to sing Natasha Bedingfield with you while you walk down the sad aisle, okay, filler flower clad aisle, to Chad, who likes to go wakeboarding and probably wants a dick up his ass. That's what I'm gonna do. Bring back cyberbullying. Picture this: rooftop infinity pool, crafted cocktails, cool cuisine, chill vibes. Sound like vacation goals? We sure think so. Hyatt Vivid Grand Island in Cancun is waiting for you. Experience Mexico's all-new, all-inclusive, adults-only resort and live your best life. Try a hands-on macrame making class. Make friends at our boho chic beach club, or take in the views from the longest rooftop pool in Cancun, honey. Visit HyattVividResorts.com for awesome grand opening rates. That's HyattVividResorts.com. Oh, meow. When your cat's healthy, they're happy, and that makes you happy. But since you're not a mind reader, you can't always know what your furry friend needs, okay? Helping you keep tabs on your cat's health is just one reason you should use Pretty Litter. Pretty Litter's ultra-absorbent crystals trap odor instantly. No more cat bathroom smell. Pretty Litter's super light crystal base also minimizes mess and dust. Plus, the crystals last up to a month, which means less scooping and fewer trips to the garbage can. Here's the coolest thing about Pretty Litter. It changes colors to help monitor early signs of potential illness in your kitty cats, including urinary tract infections and kidney issues. All of my friends that have cats have raved about Pretty Litter. They say it smells great and that it gives them so much peace of mind. If I could get Leo/Richard to shit in a box, I would totally get it for him. Pretty Litter ships free right to your door in a small, lightweight bag. You'll never run out of it, and you don't have a huge container of litter taking up space and stinking up your place. That rhymes. Pretty Litter helps keep tabs on your cat's health and keeps odors down. You and your cat are going to love Pretty Litter. Go to prettylitter.com/Bible and use code Bible to save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy. That is prettylitter.com/Bible, code Bible, to save 20% and get a free cat toy. prettylitter.com/Bible, code Bible. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details. If you've got a one-pot Trader Joe's meal that's not slapping for me, and your name is Brianne, and you live in Waco, Texas, okay, and you're just trying to feed your fucking little family, I'm coming for you. And you should be so lucky, okay? It's a gift. It's a gold star in the forehead. If I want to make fun of Melissa Wood Tepperberg jamming out in her bike shorts, rollerblading by the Hudson River with her high vibe energy, I'm going to fucking do it, and I don't care. Everyone should stop being so comfortable being so fucking mediocre. And that's coming from someone who's deeply mediocre. You know what I said last night to Andrew? Oh, God, this is like, I had him text it to me because I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm like a goddamn poet, okay? I said, Andrew, my only goal in life, okay, is to be with my baby. I'm really he's my emotional support human right now. I don't know what the fuck happened. This is the truth, okay? First 3 months, a stranger to me. Didn't know him. I was like, call me by my name, and my name is Jacqueline. I'm not your mother. Like, I don't want to get too attached. This past couple weeks, I like yearn for his grundle. I want to live in his folds. I want full body contact. Dare I say, like, I'm I've joked that I'm pretty hands off. And did I leave him with a 15-year-old named Shaniqua in the Bahamas after meeting her at a restaurant for 3.5 minutes? 100%. I mean, that's where I was at emotionally. But now when people hold him, I almost get jealous. Like, I watch him sleep. I want to be physically connected to him 24/7. Like, I want to strap him on my body. I want to duct tape him to my body and never let him leave ever. Like, I want to be one flesh. I want to rip out his 2 bottom teeth and make pave stud earrings and like eat his hair. I don't know what else to say. But, this is what I said to Andrew. I was like, all I want to do is go to nice lunches, hang out with my baby sporadically when I want to, and then pass him off to somebody else when he starts getting annoying. Okay. Keep my hair like done. And all I want to do is I want to glide, not claw, and breathe and not pant. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, I don't want to be treading water. I'm not looking for the next mountain to climb. I'm looking to plateau and live in this space. I want to enjoy my home, okay? I want to live, laugh, love. I want to have Aperol spritzes. I want to go to omakase sushi lunches. I'm a simple gal, okay? I want to keep the roots topped up. I want to lick him from his head to his toes, the baby, not Andrew, okay? That would be gross. And like make penne alla vodka and like go in my dolphin jacuzzi, and I just want to chill. I just want to chill for like a month, and then I'll pop the fuck off and cyberbully people on Sundays. That's it. A simple girl, a simple kind of life, as Gwen Stefani once said. I want to glide, not claw. I want to breathe, not pant. Everyone is so mouth breathy and so hungry, and so there's talons everywhere on the streets. And I just want to breathe. You know what I mean? And cyberbully. Let's talk about things that are really, really important, okay? I'm always thinking of the next business venture, okay? And like quippy little jingles, because music just lives within my soul. I thought about this the other day because I've noticed I'm like on a tradwife algorithm and everyone's making bread. And there was a moment last week where I was like, maybe I'll make some fucking bread. And then I looked inward and I'm like, we're not a bread kind of bitch. So I went to the local farmer's market and I picked up a bread, and they're like, oh, would you like a baguette or a batard? And I said, a batard? Well, excuse me, that'll get you canceled in 2024. Ask me about it. Check my 1-star reviews. Then I started really thinking, get this, okay? A bread shop called Bratard. Bread so good, it's fucking batarded, okay? Because I had never heard of a batard before. A batard is something in between a baguette and a boulet. Just in case you were wondering, information is power. Batarded. Think of the merch. Think of the marketing, okay? A sourdough so good, it's fucking batarded, baby. Batarded. Bread shop opening 2025. You're welcome. Tradwives, do better. Batards. Ooh, people don't like that. Here's another question. Why are we all wearing ugly shoes? As I put together yet another Shiva outfit, I looked into my closet and I thought, Jackie, a consumer, a cunt-sumer, why are we buying kitten heels? Why am I buying overpriced mesh flats when I could take, I could get a 6-pack of Coke and like take the plastic and like wrap it around my foot with a rubber band and call it a row sandal? Why am I special ordering pink row jellies that are reminiscent of a Walmart toddler shoe? Why am I on a list for a pink jelly? Because I saw 4.5 cool people who are mega rich wearing them, and they can buy those shoes and wear them once and it's not a big deal. This is fiscally irresponsible. I'm renovating a bedroom. I'm making a dusty pink Phuket's inspired, wall to wall, like channeled, tufted bed with like coordinating, not bubblegum pink, kind of like a millennial beige, like an unfussy beige pink, if you will, with like not boucle, but I would call it like a micro boucle, like long lumber pillow. I want my room to look like a hotel room. And I just want it to be like mauvey, dusty pink. I'm going to probably mirror the ceiling, lots of gorgeous woodwork. I need like some type of vintage mid-century light fixture, like a triptych, like 3-armed, like weird spidery thing. I need like a low reupholstered bench, like a rogue bench, you know. These are the things I think about. I got to stay busy. I need a task, I need an activity, and I need a project. I just do. You know, it's what gives me joy. That and, you know, hypothetical bread shops named Bratard, which is some of my best work. Back to the ugly shoes that everybody's wearing. I would just like to say I've participated. I'm disappointed in myself. I've been doing a lot of internal work, and I don't know like how we got here. I was a pretty strong proprietor that kitten heels were the devil, and now, I mean, sign my ass up. It's disgusting. It's atrocious. Like, I love you, Mary-Kate and Ashley, but I'm not going to buy the $1,100 jellies. Like, there has to be a fucking line, okay? I am still grieving this is like tone deaf and disgusting, but let's just like go there for a second. Like the Alaya, like Crystal Mary Jane, that is just, it's cute-ish, but it's not that fucking cute. They're very comfortable. I've worn them. I enjoy them. I regret them. I do. I don't get it. Like, and I can at least justify a little razzle dazzle if it's got a crystal or an embellishment or something. But it's like wearing like a net on your foot and then charging $1,200 and slapping a label on it. And we're all fucking doing it. We're all on the ride. Why though? Like, are these cute? Or are they so ugly that they loop back around to being cute? Or is this just, have we gone full derelict? I don't know. I need to cold plunge and think about my life. Maybe I got to get a pair of fucking rollerblades and meet Melissa Wood Tepperberg on the river and just blade it out, because I'm losing clarity here. When I was 13 years old, my parents gave me $250 from my bat mitzvah, okay? And they put the rest into a college fund, which LOL, my mom probably like redid her fucking living room with that money and like did some wainscoting, because I never saw that fucking money, okay? But they gave me $250 spending money. We went to San Francisco for Christmas, and I sauntered down with my $250. My mom's like, are you going to get a Game Boy? Like, maybe you'll get some colored pencils and a necklace or like whatever, because $250 was like $80 million to me when you're 13. Like, that like felt like really insane. And, you know, like my best friend went and got like a Tiffany charm necklace so she could be like Elle Woods. Some people bought like a computer or a phone or whatever. I went down to the Union Square, Saks Fifth Avenue at 13 alone, because my parents were like, she's fine. Nobody's going to kidnap her. She's so fucking annoying. They'd be like, return to sender. Thank you. I went down to the Saks Fifth Avenue shoe department, and I bought a pair of bedazzled Marc Jacobs jellies. Okay. I spent all of my money on them. I wore them till I was about 17 years old. I thought they were the most fabulous. They were the only shoes that I could afford in the whole shoe department. They were the cheapest shoes in the shoe department because they were literally made of styrofoam and like crystals. They looked like a glorified pool slide that somebody, you know, like what was it called? Bedazzled with a bedazzler. It was hardly, you know, fashion. But I loved those little fucking jellies more than anything. And the resurgence of the jelly is probably particularly triggering for me because it does remind me of my bat mitzvah jellies and just what could have been. You know what's another difficult thing that I'm grappling with? A funeral blow dry. The day of my mother's funeral, I did go to the dry bar and I wanted to like cosplay normalcy. So like, oh, have any fun plans today? And I was like, nope, it's just a Wednesday, just living for the sunshine. Like, just wanted to shoot the shit and like pretend that I didn't want to walk around with a black veil and a vigil candle for like 45 minutes. So like it was such a reprieve for me to like go and be like, I don't know, like maybe just like a loose bend. And I did this very same thing for this funie. And, you know, you don't want to go too bouncy with a funeral blow dry. Write this one down. You want to look like you are grieving and just a little bit in disarray, but polished, you know, because that's what my aunt would have wanted. She would have wanted me to like have a a blush, a fresh blow dry, a manicure, and like a steamed outfit. And I tried to, honor her in that regards. But you can't, you don't want a tight curl ever. By the way, it's 2024. We got to keep the ends straight. Everybody fucking knows that. You don't want to go too voluminous. You don't want to go va-va-voom at a shiva. You want to go, I would say like a polished beach wave feels okay. But just a little bit frazzled. So if it's like a little too polished, you go into the bathroom and you just kind of like fuck it up a little bit so you look distressed. You don't want to look too put together because then that's insensitive. The sun is out, the waves are calling, and it's time for fun in the sun. Also, the summer solstice just happened, so it's really summer now. But is your hair ready for the heat? Sun, salt, and SPF can all impact your hair health. So start Nutrafol now to keep your strands feeling strong this summer. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement with over 1 million people seeing thicker, stronger, faster-growing hair with less shedding. And because everyone's root causes of hair thinning is different, a one-size-fit-all approach to hair growth does not cut it. Nutrafol has multiple formulas that are tailored to give your hair what it needs to grow throughout different stages, such as postpartum and menopause, as well as different lifestyles. If you're plant-based, good for you. It's physician formulated with drug-free ingredients. I have been taking Nutrafol since giving birth, and I don't know if you've noticed, my hairline is flourishing, and I truly attribute that to Nutrafol. Get results you can run your fingers through. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month's subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code BIBLE. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code BIBLE. That is Nutrafol.com, promo code BIBLE. Another thing I would like to discuss using my platform for good, and by good I mean bad, what I eat in a days, we don't need it. It's completely toxic. It's counterproductive. It's not helpful to anybody. It feels both condescending and self-indulgent, and I just don't understand the agenda or like why. Like, how does that have any bearing or merit or influence on another person and their metabolism? And like, what, like, we don't need to share everything. What I eat in a day, that's crazy. Okay, close your eyes. Imagine the year is 2000. Okay, this is pre-internet, pre-social media, and you tell someone you're in 7th grade, okay, or whatever. And you look back and you say, okay, 24 years from now, people are going to have full careers out of like showing their makeup routines, hawking products like that. You can kind of like wrap your head around conceptually because it's very QVC, AEIOU, HSN. But imagine this. Imagine telling your innocent little childlike wonder self that 20-something years from now, people are going to video and document all the food and liquids they consume in the day and then share it with a voiceover and a cute little, song of the moment, Tiana Taylor, and then put it on the internet with like a Martin Scorsese film edit. Hey guys, first I woke up, made a little coffee, added some almond milk and collagen peptides. Then for breakfast, I had an avocado toast with a fried egg, some crispy chili, and garlic powder. Then for a snack, I had an orange and a piece of string cheese. Then for lunch, I made a salad at home with some arugula, balsamic, caprese, tomatoes, basil, and some burrata cheese and hemp seeds. Then for another snack, I had a green juice and half of an avocado with some multigrain crackers and a cheddar cheese biscuit. Then for another snack, I had half a plum and some iced tea. Then for dinner, I had a bowl of cottage cheese with everything basil seasoning, some ground chicken, and brown rice. For dessert, I had a no sugar added chocolate square and a cup of detox tea. Then I went to bed, did some red light therapy, and read a book. Good night. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? I had 2 hard-boiled eggs and a protein bar. Like, what? Who cares? We're all eating. Everyone's eating. It's literally the least interesting thing you could do is tell us what you're fucking eating. I'm more interested in the bitches that can go a day without eating. And I realize that's an eating disorder, but it still really perplexes me, okay? Because I can barely make it 14 minutes without chewing on something. I like to chew. For fuck's sake. That's interesting. Really? Did you have a hard-boiled egg? By the way, there's guys just like right outside doing some woodwork, and it's their first day and they are scared. They are scared out of their mind. I'm like, hey guys, can I get you any cool waters? Spindrift? Okay, see you in a bit. Thanks so much. Love your work. Hard-boiled. Like, they're right outside just listening to me scream. They're like, this bitch is nuts. And they have no idea. Here's something fun to lighten the mood, okay? Parisians are threatening to defecate in the Seine River to protest. God, Jackie, you've got one fucking job. It's just to talk into a microphone. Can we not flub? Let's not bury the lead. Take 2. Here we go. Parisians are threatening to defecate in the Seine to protest sewage contamination ahead of the Paris 2024 Summer Olympics. You gotta love the fucking French. So there, by the way, do you know how hard it would be to poop in that river? You would have to like claw on like a spider monkey to the side of the bank, and like that takes a lot of lower body strength. Like, it's not, unless you go swimming in it, which I don't think you can do, that feels very dangerous, or you just like pop off a bridge, you like sit on the bridge and then you just shit off of it. It's not chic. It's not cute. And I love that it's like a threat. Like, you better fix this sewage contamination, otherwise I'm gonna shit in the river. Like, wow. I mean, smoking a long cigarette, to die for. To die for. This is why I love the French. Like, it's creative, it's innovative, it's athletic, it's art, it is surrealism. It's perfect. Like, fuckers in America just like paint a sign and stand outside with their belly hanging out. You know, like those fucking loser fat fucks outside of the pride parades who just stand there with like an overbite, probably fucked their cousin with their inbred looking kids holding a poster that says like, God will punish the homosexuals. It's like, well, they've already punished you. Have you caught a glimpse of yourself in the mirror? You're ugly. Okay, you're ugly, you're fat, you're poor, and everybody hates you. That's the clip. That's the promo clip. You're miserable and ugly. Your kids are miserable and ugly. Your grandkids will be miserable and ugly. Your life is a merry-go-round at the saddest amusement park of mediocrity. And calling you mediocre is actually a fucking compliment because you're below that. How sad. Imagine painting a poster. Okay, you go to a Staples, you paint a poster, you hightail it to some celebration of inclusivity, and you stand there sweating, okay, always in a red t-shirt and a long short, because God forbid those shorts come above the knees, because you don't want to give the homosexuals any skin to tickle. And you know those fuckers would do anything for a dick up their ass. Anything. Because if you feel so strongly about it, to drive in the heat, okay, amidst a June afternoon while the gays are thriving, and think that you're going to move the meter in any capacity, when all they'd have to do is look at you and be like, I don't want to take advice from anyone in a cargo short and a red t-shirt with an overbite. No, thank you. Like, you're doing something wrong. And you think you're going to like evoke change? The only thing you've ever changed is a fucking dirty ass diaper from your Neanderthal looking children. Okay? That's as much change as you're doing. So sit on that, you fuckheads. Ah, God, it just makes me feel so much better to like talk shit. Even my cousin Joe, we were together this weekend. We did a little staycation just to like get away and like really in the off chance during a sad point in your life, if you have the opportunity to have a good day, I really think you should fucking take it because it is so important not to get like stuck in a rhythm of sadness and just like, like I really push myself to always like do something special when I feel sad because it's just, as I always say, the windshield is bigger than the rear view mirror for a reason. Okay. And I'm so lucky that I have such like a tight support system that we can like be together and love each other and have fun and make really fucked up jokes because it makes everything so much easier. So me and Joe were, sitting side by side at a pool, sweating our tits off, having $48 chopped McCarthy salads, just wondering, just like, living for small micro moments. And we're talking shit as people do and who are grieving together and leaning on each other, moments of solidarity. And we both look at each other and we realize that we have these chips on our phone that we definitely bought from like TikTok shop that's supposed to like reverse radioactive signals and whatever. And me and Joe look at each other, we're like, Jesus Christ, like we're those fucking people. We bought these stupid fucking chips, okay? And they're not even on our phone. They're on our hard cases. So I don't really know like how efficient they are or effective. And we're making jokes and Joe looks at me and she goes, yeah, I bought one for my mom. And I said, yeah, fuck the infusion, fuck the City of Hope trial. That would reverse it, Joe. The cancer chip. And we were crying, laughing. She's like, I tried everything I could. I really thought that the TikTok chip was going to work. And we were just crying, laughing. And Joe looks at me and she goes, God, can you imagine if we didn't have these amazing personalities, how awful life would be? And I said, you know what? Cheers, Joe. As I, lifted a lukewarm glass of rosé. And I thought, yeah, fuck yeah, life would be so much more difficult if we weren't funny. And maybe we're not, but it's okay because we're laughing amidst a trauma and it's all we can ask for. Oh my gosh, so Taylor Swift is performing in London. This bitch needs to take a break. Talk about panting and clawing. I mean, love her. She bleeds out for the people, but I really want her to take a vacation. I feel this so hard by proxy. Like I get very overwhelmed by people. Not that Taylor Swift and I are friends, but watching her night after night go and go and go, like by proxy, I just want to look at her and be like, we gotta get you on a yacht somewhere. Like you need to like throw back some Aperol spritzes in Capri and like just go have lunch. Like you have to stop. It's so much. It's too much. I'm exhausted for her. Okay. So we saw, what's his name? Prince William. He gave a lot of people the ick while he was like shimming his little shoulders in the box at Wembley Stadium. I kind of thought it was cute. I mean, is he fuckable? Of course not. He's not a snack and a half. He's, I'm not going to say it, but and that was a horse sound, just so you know, like not hot. But here's the thing. As a dude, I was really assessing this weekend. As a dude, if you're rich, you can be fucking ugly. You can be fugly. You can have a terrible personality. Like women can make it work. And I'm not actually talking down to women. I think it speaks to our optimism and durability that we can like turn lemons into limoncello or like, a lemon printed Dolce and Gabbana top on the island of Capri. Okay. Like we know how to whip and nay through life and, make it our own and make it beautiful and hope the fucker dies early. And then you get a new lease on life with your amassed fortune, or you do it for yourself. Feminism 101, baby. But there's like, there's a lot of roads that one can take. So if you are a fat, sweaty fuck of a man, but you have funds, it's okay. Like Prince William is a prince. He doesn't need to look like Tom Brady. He can be a little ugly, and it's okay to say that. Just think about this. Not everyone can be good looking. It's just not realistic. Not everyone can be smart. Not everyone can be successful. I think about these life lessons a lot because I want to teach my son that, he's not hitting a lot of physical milestones because he is 30 plus pounds. He is so fucking big for his size, for his age, that, the crawling thing, not really happening. The pulling to stand, totally not happening. The walking, totally not happening. And everyone's very you got to get him doing this. We got to get him to a physical therapist. You got to have, and I'm like, no. Why? I tell him every single day, I'm like, if you never want to talk, I don't give a fuck. You're going to be the most gorgeous mute that's ever graced the planet. If you don't want to crawl, crawling's for bitch asses. Who cares? I don't give a fuck. You don't want to walk till you're 4? Make my life easier. Who cares? Reverse universal psychology. Not everyone can be an athlete. Not everyone can crawl at 9 months. It's not in the cards for everybody, and that's okay. I don't want to push hustle mentality onto my son. I like that he's a little lackadaisical, okay? He's gorgeous. Who cares? You can't have it all. So yeah, Prince William, not a heartthrob, but having a gay old time at Wembley Stadium, just shaking it off. Where is Kate Middleton? I can't really get on that wavelength. I don't want the conspiracy theory algorithm. I hope she's well. I hope she's healing, and I hope she's taking care of herself. And that's all we can ask from Kate Middleton. Okay. Oh God, the London show's really popping up for Taylor Swift. She brought out Travis Kelce last night for kind of the interlude to I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. He was wearing a top hat. I thought in theory this would be very cringe. I wasn't icked out by this at all. I think it's kind of cute. I like that he's supportive of her, and he wasn't overly gregarious on the stage. You know what I mean? He was delivering, but still only at 70%. He didn't come out there and tap dance for his life, although he was tap dancing. But I wasn't turned off by his contribution to the show. People are like, she's wearing white. That means you're getting married. I don't think so. I think that they're just, happy and in Louvre. Happy and in Louvre. And I'm happy for her. I like that he's successful in a different genre and can support her. And then, she can support him and his season and whatever. What does he play? By the way, gun to my head, could not tell you Travis Kelce's position or team. It's football. Couldn't tell you anything else. I love that about me. Finger off le pulse. Speaking of joie de vivre and living each moment to the fullest, guess what I'm doing this motherfucking weekend? I am flying, on a Southwest flight to Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas, to go see Lady Gaga, her jazz dinner cabaret performance. I am sitting on the stage, we got a stage table, I am going to be breathing the same air as Lady Gaga. We're going for one night and one night only. She's going to serenade Andrew and I. I'm going to sling teenies. It's going to be 115 degrees. I'm going to put on a leather short. I'm going to put baby powder in my grundle, and I'm going to sit on the stage with Lady Gaga singing, old jazz hits, and I am going to climax, and I'm so excited. And yeah, so enough about me. I hope everyone has a great week, and next week I'll be back chipper as ever, and all that jazz. Bratarded. Goodbye.